"I want a divorce, Tony," Paula informed her husband while having dinner. Tony looked at his wife and asked that she repeated the statement, which she did without considering the presence of their daughters. "Daddy, what is divorce? And why was mommy telling you she wants one? Is it not too late to go and buy it?" Josephina, one of the twins, asked innocently. "It's okay, honey. Mommy and I will talk it out after dinner," Tony replied his daughter with a smile. After the girls had been put to bed, Tony sat his wife down to ask the reason for her decision. "Darling, for 5 years that we have been together and had Serafina and Josephina, we have never had any issue. And up until now, I have the belief that we loved each other. So why are you asking for divorce?" he asked worriedly. "See, Tony, truth be told, I never loved you. Your wealth made me stay this long. I thought I could eventually love you if I have a child for you. Even with the presence of the girls, I still do not love you. I am sorry, but I can't endure this marriage any longer. To make you happy, I will sign the girls' custody to you. I believe you will take care of them better," she said nonchalantly. "Because of Peter, your boss?" Tony asked with a smile. He knew she had been seeing Peter for a while. He'd seen them together. His friends had sent him pictures of them together, either having lunch or dinner. It was odd, but forgave her within himself due to the love he had for her. "I love him and he treats me the way I like to be treated," she replied shamelessly. His wife cheated on him with a guy who had divorced 3 times. He smiled and told her he agreed with her decision and would happily take the custody of their daughters. Within 3 months, Paula was out of their lives. She willingly granted him the twins' custody. "Now we can enjoy ourselves," Peter told her after her divorce from Tony. "Yes, baby, I feel free, my love. I feel free," she responded happily. While she traveled all around the world with Peter, Tony took care of the girls. He gave them everything. One thing he was grateful for was that he was the father of the twins. He loved them more than the universe. "Daddy, when is mom coming back?" Serafina asked. He had always told them their mom traveled and will be back soon, but it had been 3 years and he knew lying to them continuously was not the right thing to do. But how would he explain to this 8-year-old that their mom was never going to come back? "She's not coming back, Sarah," Josephina replied before her dad could say a word. A surprised Tony asked her why she said that. "Dad, there is no need to keep covering up for her. She left us 3 years ago for another man. Right, Dad?" Not wanting to give her the answer, he asked her where she got all this from. "My friend Zina showed me mom's marriage ceremony with a man named Peter Wilson 2 years ago. Dad, who was an invited guest, posted their wedding picture on his status to wish them happy wedding anniversary last week," she replied, trying not to sound sad. "So mom is not coming back?" Serafina asked, trying to control the tears from falling. "She's not coming back and you need to grow up and accept it," her twin sister replied. Tony wasn't shocked about the news because he'd seen the pictures of his ex-wife's wedding ceremony to almost a year after their divorce. He was shocked to know that his daughter had also seen it. He doesn't want to see the children sad, but now it seems inevitable. He wiped the tears off Serafina's face. The girl couldn't stop crying from the sad news. He hugged them and vowed to always be there for them. Alone in his bedroom, he planned to see the kids' teacher about the incident. How would he allow one of his students to pass such a confidential information on family matters? Were they supposed to even bring mobile phone to school? Or seeing him, he thought silently. Girls seemed to get past the previous night trauma of their mother's wedding as they got up early and dressed for school. They accepted the reality without making their dad talk to them about it. They greeted their dad with a smile and even prepared breakfast of bread and tea for themselves. Tony, who was expecting sad faces, felt relieved and joined them for a happy breakfast. "Please, I would like to speak with Mr. Adams, my daughter's class teacher," he said to one of the teachers. "Oh, Mr. Roberts, Mr. Adams no longer works for the school. They have a new teacher now. Pass the information in the parent group forum," the teacher responded. "Oh, I must have missed it. But can I speak to the new teacher, please?" "Sure," the teacher said and walked into the school. "Good morning, sir. I was told you want to see me," a voice said few minutes later. Tony looked up to see the angel speaking. "Hi, I am Serafina and Josephina's father." "Hello, Mr. Roberts. I am Brittany, their new class teacher," the angel responded. "I hope all is fine, sir," she asked with a beautiful tone that got Tony smiling. "Yes, nothing much. Just that my daughter got a news about our family from a classmate who brought a phone to show her the evidence of the claim. The information can cause sadness to my girls, and when she told me where and how she got it, I wasn't pleased, reason I decided to talk to you about it." "Oh, I'm so sorry about this, sir. I always ensure they abide by the school rules. I will investigate and work on this. I apologize once again," she said soberly. "It's okay. It had been resolved though. I just felt you should be observant so that it won't happen to other kids," he replied calmly. "I will, henceforth. I appreciate and apologize again," she said. Tony couldn't get Brittany's face off his mind. Why was he feeling a connection with his daughter's teacher? Was it because he hadn't been in a relationship since his divorce? Was it because he was just seeing his children's new teacher? The thoughts kept coming as he drove to his office. That evening, while having dinner with his daughters, he couldn't help but ask about the new class teacher. "Oh, Dad, I thought we've told you about her. Her name is Miss Brittany Hall. She replaced Mr. Adams. She is very good in teaching. It's always fun in her class," Anna said with a big smile on her face. "She's not just beautiful but brilliant. We call her BWB, Beauty with Brain. Dad, honestly, she's the best teacher we've had since our kindergarten," Josephina added to the praise. "That's good to hear," Tony responded. The following day, without any reason, Tony was eager to see Brittany again. His heart leaped when he saw her walk into the school gate. Without thinking, he got out from his car and called her name. She looked back, smiled, and walked towards him. "What a beauty," he thought as he smiled right back. They greeted and she apologized again. He told her of how highly his girls spoke of her and he found that praise to be true. "Oh, I'm flattered," she said. They bid goodbye as both went their separate ways. Brittany smiled when Tony's face flashed through her mind. He was a young dad. She saw the love between him and his girls whenever he came to pick them after school. She heard from the other teachers that his wife divorced him for her boss and felt sad for him. Their recent face-to-face conversation made her saw how handsome he looked, and she was sure ladies would be hovering around him. "Why am I thinking about him?" she asked herself with a smile as she drifted to sleep. She got her phone number from the parent forum group opened by the school for parents and teachers communication. He called her on the weekend just to say hi to her. She appreciated the call and both talked for a while before hanging up. Even though it looked awkward, Tony found chatting with Brittany soothing. He loved seeing and talking to her, maybe because it had been long since he felt at ease with a lady. The girls weren't blind to the fact that their daddy and teacher were beginning to grow affections for each other. While their daddy asked about school activities and class teacher, Miss Brittany stayed a bit longer just to see their dad pick them up after school. The twins were somewhat happy for their dad. He deserved to love and be loved again. If Miss Brittany was a person they liked, they would support him. "Dad, we need a tutor to help us with mathematics," Serafina informed her dad and was supported by her twin sister. Tony immediately informed them that he would search for a good mathematics tutor for them, but the girls told him they already had one in mind, Miss Brittany. "She's very good in teaching mathematics. Our classmate whom she also tutored told us and recommended her," Josephina said with a cheeky smile. "Okay then, I'll talk to her on Monday to see if she still has a spot for tutoring you guys," he said and continued with his food. The girls looked at each other and gave themselves a good job wink. On Monday, Tony saw Brittany and asked if she could give a private tutorials to the girls on weekends, which she accepted and payment was concluded. The twins were excited when he informed them that their class teacher had agreed to give them private tutorials on weekends. Brittany began her tutorials with the girls, which continued for 3 months. For those periods, she became closer to Tony, who prepared sumptuous meal for lunch and always invited her to join them. She enjoyed spending time with the family and they loved her company as well. One of their days together, Tony had told her about his previous marriage, how it ended, his focus on the twins and business. Tony asked her on a dinner date and she accepted. At the dinner date, Tony, who couldn't hide her feelings, expressed it to her. "Brittany, the first time I saw you at the school, I couldn't get you off my mind. I felt a passionate connection with you. Since then, I began to like you and always eager to see you. Having you around at weekends for my girls' tutorial made me realize how much I want you in my life. I am deeply in love with you. I am sorry if it comes out so soon. It had been long since I felt this way, and I couldn't just hide it," he said, looking deep into her eyes. Brittany smiled and said, "I knew you liked me, and the truth is, I felt the same way. Tony, I am also in love with you. I am just worried about Josephina and Serafina. Will they be happy about this?" "We are excited, Dad. We knew you guys liked each other. Reason we asked that she should be our private tutor." "We're sorry, Miss Brittany, but everything you taught us, we already know. Just wanted you around so that you both can see each other often," Serafina confessed with a naughty smile. Tony and Brittany looked at each other in amazement. Josephina gently pulled Brittany away from her dad. She hugged and thanked her for bringing a smile to her dad's face. She pleaded with her not to break his heart because Dad is a good man, she said sincerely. In the euphoria of the celebration, the sound of the doorbell got their attention as Josephina walked to the door to see whoever it was. To her dismay, it was Paula, her mother. "Hi Angel, how are you and your sister? I missed you so much," she said and was about to hug her, but the girl moved away quickly. She called her dad and sister to come to the door. "What are you doing here, Paula?" Tony asked. "Hi Tony, I just want to see the girls," she said with a shaky voice. "No, you don't want to see us. Your husband divorced you and got married to another woman," Josephina said angrily. Her dad cautioned her and asked that the girls go in and keep Brittany company. After they left, Tony told her that they heard about her divorce from Peter and his marriage with another woman. "I am so sorry, Tony. I did not know what came over me. I missed you and the girls so much," she cried. "I am also sorry, Paula, but there is no place for you here again. We moved on just like you did. I found love and my girls love her so much," he said calmly. "I will also ask that you stay away for now as to not upset the girls. If they wish to see you, I will ask my lawyer to contact you. Goodbye, Paula," Tony said as he closed the door on the crying Paula. 6 months later, Tony and Brittany tied the knot with the girls at their father's side, smiling happily. The lawyer had not contacted Paula as the twins were not ready to speak with her. 3 years since Brittany became Tony's wife and a mother to 3 beautiful children, Josephina, Serafina, and their little brother Arnold. It had been love, peace, and mommy, mommy, mommy.